Today I'm going to take you guys behind the scenes in a way that I never have before. I'm going to bring my husband onto the YouTube channel so we can talk a little bit about how we run our two businesses together, managing life, business, and our relationship. He actually has no idea that I'm coming out of my office to go record him right now. So this is going to be a super great treat. While we cue the intro, comment below and let me know. Would you ever want to work with your significant other? Do you think you guys could do it? Let's head on over. All right, guys, it's time to go interview my husband, the legend, Paul Peterson. So my office is on the main level, and his office kind of takes over our entire dining room. I did check his calendar to see if he had the next 15 or so minutes free, though I don't think, judging by the look on his face, I don't think he's exactly thrilled with me, but that's okay. I'm the boss. All right. The first question I have for you is, what's your name?
Paul Peterson. Some people might call me El Guapo.
That's me. I am some people. Okay. So one question I have for you is, what do I do in the business versus what you do in the business? I say business, but it's really two businesses.
She makes the monies, and I pretty much manage it. Make sure that we're in a good place, that we're heading towards, I guess, our goals, and making sure that, if there's something that needs, work, that we get there.
You also understated a lot of the things that you do. You also handle a lot of operations systems, HR, team management, although... Yeah, that's kind of a wild ride. People are wild, aren't they?
People. What's the word?
Business is easy.
Business is easy. It's simple. People are complicated. Relationships are complicated.
Okay, so when I jumped into this business fully, what was one of the biggest adjustments for you? Because I jumped into the business before you did, and I initially retired you from your 9-to-5, only for us to quickly realize that was not the full truth.
Yeah. Well, the beautiful idea was that, I would leave my 9-to-5, which I wasn't enjoying, and I had taken that job and was doing well at it to make money, right? But I no longer had to think of working because I had to make money. Now, when she retired me and I left my job, I was thinking, heck, now what do I want to do? That was a struggle that I did not anticipate.
You don't normally say the word heck, so that's kind of funny to hear you say that.
I don't even remember saying it.
You just said, heck, what do I want to do now?
Yeah.
Thanks for keeping it PG on the YouTube channel. Okay, so that was a big challenge for you. And when you jumped into the business, one of the crazy cool things that you did was you recognized that I had strengths, but I also had some major weaknesses. What was that process like?
So actually, from the outside looking in, because I wasn't fully involved at this point, is when somebody's starting a business, quite frankly, I was in awe of what she was doing, right? Somebody who started something out of nowhere, and quickly started to build it into a real business, was incredible. And it's a skill that I don't have, and a skill that a lot of people don't have, but for those that do, it's incredible to watch, and it's intimidating, right? So I myself, I've always been a good people manager, systems, financial side of things, and watching her get so busy with clients and trying to do it all, you get to a certain point where from the outside looking in, I'm just like, oh my gosh, how is she doing it all? And she gets to a point where she couldn't, and so for me, obviously with the free time that I had, I was like, oh my gosh, I can do some of these things. I can take some of these things off of her plate, such as team management. I can start, do the meetings. I can, I can do invoicing. I don't need to even talk to people to do invoicing. It was perfect.
I want to point out one of the things that Paul said, because sometimes people are like, I don't see how my significant other and I could work together in business. And the truth is, if you have two people trying to lead a company in the same exact departments, it's going to be challenging.
Correct.
It just is. Like, you're going to step on each other's toes. And one of the things that you recognized is that I was struggling with invoicing, managing all of our bills, payroll, management of things, filing forms, making sure that everything's up to date, including taxes. I didn't even file hardly taxes. Like, I was not putting any money away for taxes, which left us with huge tax bills. So I would actually recommend, if you ever want to work with your significant other, do some serious assessments into strengths. Some of the strengths that you've developed maybe, or that your significant other have developed, could come into play in the business at some point, whether you realize they're assets or not.
Yeah. Well, and I would love to say something here is, even if you don't think you have a strong suit somewhere, but you could help temporarily until you help find somebody who can, like, I would love to say that I'm great with our taxes. All I'm great at is putting money away so that when tax season comes and our accountant, who's really good with our taxes, says, hey, here's your bill, we have it ready. So that was part of my process, is finding the right accountant for us, and we went through a few. So just because it didn't work out the first time, or it's not what you think, just know you may not get it right on the first shot, but keep going.
Okay, so one more thing that I want to ask is, what is some of the best advice you would have, whether we got it from someone else or whether we discovered it on our own, for partners or couples who think, I want to work with my significant other? I know for me, I would share the advice that we got from Bart, who is one of our amazing coaches and mentors over the years. Mm-hmm. What would you share? I'll share it if you wouldn't. Okay,
so exactly what you said, and this comes from our mentor Bart, is find your strengths. So your office is the way he put it. So what are you good at? And like, overall, she's the visionary, the founder. She's going to lead our company, right? However, in the areas where she's just not in, and the back end of the business, there's certain things where I'm going to take the lead. I need to take ownership. And the beauty of it is, if you think of it as we're truly a team and we're heading for the same goal, and you think about it that way, just because we're not going to agree on how to get there every time. In fact, more often than not, we're not going to agree.
We're very different personality
on
types.
How we get to that goal. But knowing that, hey, that's my team member, I know that at the end of the day, we're trying to get to the same place. We're trying to help each other. It makes it a lot easier to put the ego down and, say, it doesn't have to be my way. Because we both love to be
now
right.
Everyone's having conversations in the background, so I'm going to take this over. Thanks, babe.
You got it.
You're the best. So kind of cool to take you guys behind the scenes. One of the things that I'm going to share, everyone's having loud combos, so I got to go back in my office. The house is under some construction and renovations, and apparently to them, filming isn't the priority, but I get it. One of the things that I want to take you guys behind the scenes that was super helpful for me was understanding that we have to leave work at work, because especially when you work at home, when you work with your partner, heck, even when those things aren't the case, but when you own your own business, when you're a freelancer, it's very easy to obsess over the business, over growth, over everything that's going right, over everything that's going wrong. And one of the things that really started helping me was learning to create clear boundaries for when I'm out of work, when I'm not going to check social media. And while I'm not perfect at following that, just not having a phone with me constantly that is plugged into social media is super helpful. I'd recommend even considering deleting apps from your social or from your phone on evenings or weekends so that you're not tempted to check those out. But also making sure that we have conversations outside of the business. On evenings and weekends, Paul and I try to drop the business talk, because otherwise that could be our entire lives, and that could be our main commonality. So finding things like movies or hobbies or things with the family or kids that we can bond on, vacations we want to go on, the causes that are important to us, the causes that are happening in the world today, the issues that are happening in the world. you have to find things to bond on. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. It's kind of fun to take you guys behind the scenes. I don't normally do that a lot. I'm kind of private with like my family. So let me know in the comments below, what do you want to learn more about? Has this been helpful for you? What are your big takeaways? Subscribe to my channel if you like learning about marketing, business, entrepreneurship, being a mom and a business owner, and like this video if you've enjoyed it. I'll catch you guys. Oh, by the way, I put together a few awesome resources for you in the bio beneath this video, totally free to you. I will see you guys later. Bye for now.